honey. Yeah. Are you awake? I, I can't sleep. And I, I know that you're not, you're not awake as much as I am, but I, I know, I know. If I need to talk about stuff, I can with you. And I appreciate that. It just, I know I mean, you can go back to sleep easily, and just hate to trouble you, and you're right. Thank you. We'll talk about it. So, I wanted to tell you the other day, when we were cuddled up, I fell asleep, and I had the craziest dream. Like, crazy as in, you know how, like, most dreams, you fall asleep and, like, something good probably happens? Otherwise, it'd be a nightmare, right? But right when it's getting good, bam, cut off, like, of the dream. That's usually how it goes, right? But in this dream, I was someone completely different. Like, it wasn't me doing me things. It was me as someone else doing different things. Like, my name was Raul, and I was like the hero of the city. Like a sword fighter under my father, Santana. But my father was more infamous than me. All in the dream, of course. But I fought and trained so hard only to be, second in line. And then this girl, Ruby Vasquez, she actually looked a lot like you. And maybe that's where I'm like, that this really was a dream, But I think she basically just was you, Because she cared about me. And she knew that even when I said everything was okay, that she knew when things weren't right. And cared about who I actually was. Versus, the image everyone else saw and took for face value. You've always been good at that. But, dreams, again, like, they normally only last, like, like a moment or two, or maybe, like, they feel like 15 minutes or whatever. But this whole thing, this dream, I felt like, it felt like I could live 2 weeks with someone else. And, it was like, it was good, Well, until it wasn't. I felt like at the end, my life was starting to get good. That I loved this woman. And then I had a vision within my dream that these bandits would come into the city and I'd get ambushed. and I wouldn't make it. And as I thought, I didn't end up alive at the end. And it just made me really scared. Because I don't want to lose you. And ever since we've gotten together, I feel like my life's been taking a turn for the positive. I mean, we got the dink, the double income, no kids. So we were just free to go as we please, you know? But I'm so scared sometimes that I'll lose you. Because for a long time I didn't know what I was fighting for. And you came into my life and you actually cared about who I was deep down. And I always treasure moments like that. And you made me fear death. Because for once I finally had something that was worth living for. I love you, sweetheart. And I feel a little better, but you know what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about when we first went to the movies. We went, you know, and we got like I'm always a sucker for when the movies do like the custom like popcorn buckets or the custom like cups for the movies, even though like at least with the cups, it's usually just like the movie poster printed on like on the cups. But I don't know, I think it's still kinda cool. But with these it ends up being expensive, but I think the funniest thing about that is that I got one of those collectible cups, but what was it? Was it Godzilla? I don't even think we went to go watch Godzilla. Like, but we still got the collectible cup, you know? And I don't know, I was thinking about that and I'm like, cause what happened? Oh, cause I was at the gas station the other day and I was going to the Slurpee machine, you know? And they had, what did they have? I think they had, they still had it. I don't know if it's just like, they just haven't changed up the papering on the back, because that movie's a long time ago now, but dude, they still had the blue raspberry King Kong flavor, which, to be honest, what the hell does blue raspberry have to do with King Kong? But like, it was still there. I was like, what? Why is this still here? Like, I'd assume they'd have stuff for the generic, because it's just blue raspberry. There's nothing special about it being King. And they just slapped King Kong on the front, you know? And I was just like, that's weird. You know what I mean? Walkie slush. But seriously. Oh, and then the other day, so I love the Arizona teas, right? And the grocery stores, they have them on sale. Like, you know how the little, like, the stickers, they're like, oh, only 99 cents. But at the grocery stores, when it's on sale, right? Not all the time. Sometimes you can even get them as low as 88 cents. And honestly, that's crazy. Because the tea is so fire. I mean, I like Lipton tea too. The citrus green tea, that stuff is fire. But it is a little expensive. And honestly, when you factor that in, I think it does make a difference, you know? Refreshing. I mean, refreshing. Speaking of refreshing, they had this cucumber flavor. I know some people don't like cucumbers, but like I really like cucumbers because, okay, I used to be like the biggest cucumber hater for sure. But when it started getting hot, and my mom, she would, God, I'm blanking. What'd she do? She would have the cucumbers, right? And she would chill, like she'd slice them up and she'd chill them in the fridge, and then like we'd eat them, and I was like, ooh, these are so good. It was so refreshing. It felt good for the soul, you know. And I was like, you know what? Because I used to be the biggest hater, right? That I was like, you know what? It's okay. And as time grew on, I was like, this is actually pretty good. And yeah, I grew to like it. But why did I bring that up? Oh, because one time we had this salad. I think you were there for the grill out. But yeah, you didn't tell me about it, but you made a fruit salad. But it had a bunch of fire fruit in it. It had watermelon, cucumbers, honeydew melon, and not pineapple. It was something else. It was no, it wasn't oranges. It was plums. You put plums in there. It was so good, honey. I was kind of wondering because I kind of want some, but I know not right now. I want to thank you. You know, I kind of talk, and I'm still not super uber tired, but I love you, and I really appreciate moments like this. Sometimes I feel these emotions wrap up in my heart, and I just want to cry. It's just like it's not that I'm sad. It's just that I'm so happy that someone likes me for me. You know, my whole life, I feel like whenever I was myself, people just looked at me like I was weird or that I was a monster. And at first, I didn't let it get to me, but when people I had liked and tried to confess my feelings to treated me like that, it was hard not to see yourself like a monster, you know? But I see now that I have the most wonderful girlfriend. And I'm not just saying that because you are my girlfriend. I feel like you actually care about who I am and how my day was. And I think okay, I'm getting a little sleepy, but there was a couple other things I wanted to talk about. So, there was, so it's like, it's weird, right? Minecraft keeps adding stuff to their game, and personally, I like that they keep adding stuff. Sorry. But, you know, it's like, it's starting to get a little much, and I'm like, whoa, okay. You know, learn this and that and this and that. So, meat and potatoes. So there's these structures called the trial chambers. And I'm not a super expert on them, so I could get this stuff wrong. But from what I can gather, the trial chambers are structure where you face waves of enemies with these mob spawners, and you fight them, and after you defeat the wave, you get rewards. But you can drink an ominous potion, which the ominous potion is like, the way you get the ominous potion is that, okay, so previously you'd go to like these pillager outposts, and you'd kill the leader and you get the bad omen effect. Well, now the leaders drop the bad omen potion, and the bad omen can either be done to initiate a raid for like villages, or you can use the bad omen to make the trial chambers harder. Like the enemies will have like more armor, or they'll have like tougher enemies inside, or they'll have like straight up like weapons, which is really crazy, you know. But you may think to yourself, why would I want to make it harder? Well, you make it harder, and then when things done, your rewards are better. But one of the things you can get, so there's a bunch of things you can get. Most of it's not super like, oh my god, that's insane. But there are trial keys, and there's like ominous keys. So the trial keys are the corresponding like reward chests. So there'll be like a chest that you throw the key in, and then like it pops out rewards. They're okay. But then you want the ominous key, and the ominous key unlocks an ominous vault, which has significantly better rewards. I'm talking like enchanted golden apples, diamonds, emeralds. I think you can even get blocks of that stuff. You can also get like you can get smithing like templates, which are like, they're just they're cosmetic, but you can put them on your armor to like trim them out. There's a couple of those. There's some music disc. I always love having the music disc. That's honestly one of my favorite parts of doing the whole thing. So music disc. You can also get a banner pattern. The banner pattern's okay because it's just like the breeze. But I mean, if you like the breeze, I mean, I guess that's cool. I know when I get that one, I'm gonna be like, oh, cool, add it to the collection. But I'm probably not gonna use it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, there's that. But yeah. So that's basically the trial chamber. But it can be hard, and they can't swarm you. That's certainly annoying. But yeah, but because a lot of mobs are undead. Like, not that like all mobs in the trial chambers are undead ones, but that's like the crazy thing when I see people play Minecraft. Like, I guess it's not too bad if you're playing on Java, but like a lot of like people watch people play Minecraft, and a lot of them had like sharpness 5 on their like swords. But honestly, I think like Smite is so much better because Smite does stupid damage to the undead. And you may argue that it's like, well, not every enemy in the game is undead, so you won't be doing a bunch of damage to everything. You might be right, but like, think about like when the night spawns. A majority of the enemies you run into are going to be the skeletons and the zombies. And maybe, just maybe, you'll find like a creeper or two in the common pool of like enemies. The other thing are like spiders, but spiders are a little bigger, so it's like it's not as easy for them to spawn, right? But then spiders are very weak anyway. Like, I think like even with a diamond sword, like I think like 2 jumping like critical hits, you can kill a spider, so it's not too bad. The only thing that would give you trouble is maybe like the Enderman, but like the Enderman being like Endermen are very rare to begin with, so I feel like having like a lot of people like they go for sharpness, but it's like it doesn't really work, like The only thing you're one-shotting are like the spiders because they have a low amount of health. But then like it's like, oh, why don't you? Because even spiders get like the bane of arthropods, and when you hit them with that, they get slowness. But it's like to just because the bane of arthropods isn't very good. Like that's easily like the worst one of like the three you can get. I think smite's the best. Sharpness follows that up, but like a large margin between smite and sharpness, and then bane of arthropods because bane of arthropods does bonus damage to bugs, but the only things that qualify under this rule are spiders, cave spiders, both of which have very low health anyway. There's the silverfish, again low health, the bee, again, and then the endermites. So like you could literally just go in with a sharpness and you'd probably be fine. You know what I mean? So like I know it's like it puts slowness on them, so they are trying to do something, but it's still too weak, man. Like who the hell's gonna want this? Yeah, but I think I'm getting really sleepy now. Thank you, baby, for holding me this whole time. I hadn't mentioned it up to this point, but I feel like it's worth mentioning. And your presence makes me feel so calm. Like I just wanna fall asleep with you laying on top of me. No weird stuff though, you know. Now I love you more. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you are my sunshine. I love you so much. Oh, your eyes really do. They really do shine bright like the moon. Good night, sweetheart.